It really was a fantasy. And I just think, how could you do that to me? Like, who are you?
To his face on his podcast on the premiere episode. Ugh. Now, there's nothing that makes me happier than cringe.
Cringe!
Uncomfortable situation. Oh, hello. Come right in.
Hello, come right in.
I will.
You coming in? You gonna watch the Cringe Fest with us? Can you hack it? There you go. A little co-host chair. Meet my co-host, Scotty. Dog sitting at the moment. Nothing makes me happier than watching some real cringe content. Uncomfortable silences, awkwardness. Ugh. I feel like it feeds my soul. All right, see you later. You're ruining my intro. But I heard there is a new apex predator when it comes to cringe. A final boss of uncomfortability. It comes in the shape of rock bottom with Ned Fulmer. Now, I didn't know who he was. I've had a bit of a crash course. I had to do some Wikipedia. I've read some People magazine articles. So basically, he used to work for BuzzFeed, and then some of the guys from BuzzFeed started their own YouTube channel called The Try Guys. And he was basically like this really nice guy, and then it turned out he'd been cheating on his wife with one of the producers on their new YouTube channel, right?
Naughty, naughty. We're still best friends, and we're beyond thrilled to be sharing this next chapter of our professional and personal lives with those who matter the most to us.
My wife.
No.
Oh, my baby.
My wife, he actually said it. Oh, that has not aged well. I'm sorry, was that too loud? And yeah, it's all gone tits up. Basically, he's just started a podcast and he thought it'd be a great idea to bring his wife on. You ready to watch some cringe? I think he is. This sounds like it's gonna be awful. Anyway, let's get into it. Should we get into it, Scotty? Yeah, let's get into it. You're very excited to get into it. Did you want to say anything? Yeah, just give it a lick. Some cutting words from Scotty there. Some cutting. I told you he would have some hot takes. I told you.
Hi, I'm Ned Fulmer. 3 years ago, I cheated on my wife with my producer. It became a massive public scandal that caused a lot of pain to a lot of people.
We are going in hot, man. He's going straight into it. Also, check that. Is that ear hair that he's got, or is that his hair from the back of his head right there? Check out that vocal fry at the beginning.
Hi, I'm Ned Fulmer.
Hi, I'm Ned Fulmer.
I know that I represented myself as a kind of wife guy who talked about his relationship and put that out there for public consumption. You, as a viewer, I know that I broke your trust. I betrayed my spouse, co-workers, friends, family, and I betrayed you.
Not all your co-workers, because it was the producer, right? One of the co-workers was very happy.
I was a company owner and having a relationship with a producer. Was engaged and friends with all of our friends and coworkers. It was understandably a messy and devastating situation for everyone involved. And I was the cause of it. I did that.
Yes, you did do that. This feels a bit performative. Do you know what I mean? I don't know how full of sorrow he is. I guess, he's lost his career, and an internet career is kind of based on how you're viewed and your persona. So I'm getting more of an impression that he's more sorry that he got caught.
And I can't change it. I can't change the past. I can own it and accept it and try to change how I show up differently in the future.
That gulp. Do you reckon that gulp was scripted? I don't know. I don't know this guy. And the vibes are off. The vibes are off. German, someone just gives you a bit of like like an icky, untrustworthy feeling. I don't know. I mean, maybe he'll change my mind. Like, I'm just saying, on the face of it, I don't know if I'm buying it.
I wanted to say that I'm sorry. I hurt you. And I hope to make amends. One step is to publicly witness the pain of my partner, Ariel.
Firstly, do we need this? Like, this isn't our business. Not everything has to be content. You don't owe anyone an explanation. He's talking like, I've got to make this up to you. Hundreds of thousands, millions of people maybe. I mean, I don't know who the fuck he was before this, but the way he's talking, like the viewers are like one like entity, like the Borg or something. I gotta make this up to you. Like, we're not your wife. You ain't gonna make it up to us. Make it up to your wife. This should be between you guys and behind closed doors. Do you know what I mean? I feel like it's kind of monetizing pain. This is already a painful situation. I feel like your wife doesn't deserve this. I don't know, this feels icky to me. Maybe that's just me. You know, people live their lives more on the internet now. What do you reckon, Scotty? Nothing. Can't even express it, can you? No. Can't even express it.
This is a conversation with Ariel in this video. It's painful at times. It's honest, vulnerable, brutal. But it's necessary for her to move forward, and I'm grateful for the chance to witness it. Yeah.
So what's interesting with this is it's filming this after the fact. They've already done the podcast, right? What I'm hearing is a bit of a car crash of a podcast, right? And rather than, I don't know, scrapping it, watching it back and being like, I don't know, does this represent us well? Is this really a good idea? He feels like, actually, I should just preface the podcast with a bit of an introduction, just so people know what they're getting into, and none of this, comes as a bit of a shock. Maybe he had a completely different intro they'd pre-done, and he thought, you know what, they ain't gonna cut it. What was that noise? What was that noise? Okay, I'll stop being a child. I'm gonna stick that in my sound effect library.
As disappointed as we were that something so private and painful became such a public spectacle, I get why people were so outraged, and I understand that is the reason that she can't move forward with any sort of public thing without addressing this. So this is that. So please join me for this conversation with Ariel Fulmer.
I can't believe Ariel agreed to that. She's still got his surname as well. Are they not divorced yet? I can't believe she agreed to this pantomime. I guess if what he's saying is true, it's like, it happened in the public eye. Let's resolve it in the public eye. That doesn't seem healthy to me, but I think that's the mentality they've both got going into this. Also, does he really speak like this? I've never watched one of these Try Guy videos. I do kind of recognize him. Let me have a look at some of these Try Guy videos. Here's the channel trailer. This is from 7 years ago, from when, times were a little bit better for the Fuller family. That's 2018. That's insane to me that 7 years ago was 2018. That's fucking weird. 2018 feels like the other day.
Great story, Grandpa. Could have used a vampire, though.
Hi, I'm Keith.
I'm Ned.
I'm Zach.
I'm Eugene.
And we're the Try Guys.
We're back, baby, and welcome to our brand new channel.
This feels like fucking Queer Eye or something. This is a super zesty intro.
The four of us have been hard at work building an independent production company together.
On this channel, we're more than just trying things.
I do recognize these guys from BuzzFeed though, actually. Guy on the right, far right, and the guy on the far left. I definitely recognize those two from BuzzFeed. Look at where I've paused it on Ned.
New, exciting projects that'll blow your mind.
We're evolving into the season production tour de force.
And we're still gonna get total.
Look at his face. He's thinking about cheating right there. I know he is. He's like, I'm going to hire a producer and we're going to have some illegitimate canoodling. That's what's going through his mind right there. I can see it all over his face.
Even though Eugene clearly hates us, we're still best friends. And we're beyond thrilled to be sharing this next chapter of our professional and personal lives with those who matter the most to us.
My wife.
No.
Oh, my baby.
My wife, he actually said it. Oh, that has not aged well. I'm sorry, was that too loud? That has not aged. That is not aged well at all. That's hilarious.
Now that we are completely independent, we control how our brand runs, and we'll be more connected to you than ever before.
So here's a dope thing we're doing.
It's like Jack from Will and Grace or something. He's very flamboyant. I feel like he could be my gay best friend or something. But one thing I've noticed, his voice is not the same in these other videos. That's all we need to watch of that, right? That's all. I've got an idea of what that show is. His voice is so much lower, and he's put it on this. You can tell it. He's dropped his voice at like a register. And he's putting on this like vocal fry. I don't know if this is part of his whole rebrand, but yeah, his voice sounds so much
I
different.
want to tell stories of curiosity and empathy.
What? Hang on. Did you hear that? I want to tell stories of curiosity and empathy. And then you go to this one.
We control how our brand runs, and we'll be more connected to you than ever before.
Now we control how our brand runs. We'll be more connected to you than ever before.
And I know that from my perspective, I want to tell stories of curiosity and empathy. And I want them to be meaningful and have value in people's lives. So
Fucking, there's more fry than Futurama in this.
Well, here we are.
Back again.
Again. feels weird. Feels a little awkward.
Yeah. Back in a podcasting room.
Yeah.
I mean, we've certainly had a lot of conversations where we've sat like this,
Yeah, that's true.
but not, conversations that are meant for the public.
Mm-hmm. Is it strange to think that people are watching this and listening to it rather than just being in like a therapy setting?
Oh, heck yeah. It's terrifying.
Yeah.
It's absolutely, yeah. I mean, I'm on the verge of like standing up and walking out of this room.
Trust your instincts, lady. Trust your instincts. What are you doing? You can tell. Look, there is the terror behind her eyes. You should be going to therapy. How has he convinced you to monetize your anguish like this? I do not understand. Do you understand? I don't understand.
I'm like, what the hell am I doing? What am I doing? But no, I feel like this is a necessary thing.
Yeah, we've kind of been just keeping our lives very private for the last 3 years.
That's normal, man. That's normal. You don't owe us anything. You don't owe us anything. I say us like I'm part of the community. I'm not. You don't owe anyone anything. You don't need to do this. I don't understand why you both feel this public need. You're minor Z-list internet celebrities. No, but like it doesn't matter. You're not the queen. Like this doesn't warrant anything. Like why?
We've been hiding from the world, and I'm not gonna lie, it's been kind of great.
Mm-hmm.
It's been kind of great to be super private.
And it's ironic because we don't stop becoming recognizable figures. People still come up to us, people still recognize us. And to the extent that we're kind of moving forward in our lives. That's something that you've talked about. It's like, how can I move forward in my life without people knowing the next part of my story if they're still stuck on the 2022 part of my story?
I was watching a little bit of a side story. I was watching Celebs Go Dating. It is one of those kind of Z list, not meaning to offend anyone, but I don't know barely anyone on it, right? And then in some of the interviews, they're like, oh, I can't even like live a normal life and things like that. And you're like, I don't know who you are. What are you on about? You can go to Nando's, it's fine. 99.9% of people won't know who you are. Do you know what I mean? I think these people have such an inflated view of themselves, such an ego. Someone might pass them in the street and be like, oh, are you Ned from blah, 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 blah? I doubt that happens to him every day. And he's like, oh, God, not this again. But he secretly loves it. I feel like that's the vibe I'm getting. I don't know. Maybe I'm just completely detached. I'm like a troglodyte who is just completely out the internet loop on this. But yeah, I do find a lot of these kind of barely celebs do seem to think that they are a lot bigger than what they are. I feel like that's what we've got here.
And that's the whole reason that we're here, because we're stuck in 2022.
Yeah, at least as far as they know.
We have moved on with our lives.
Yeah, we've moved on for a while
We
now.
have moved on with our lives. That brings us to the whole reason that we're here, and the reason that we can't walk out of this room, because we live in a social world, right?
I realized the light wasn't on behind me and I got distracted.
We can't move on with our lives if we don't, move on publicly.
Mm-hmm. It's a really strange thing, actually, like that we can't do anything publicly without kind of addressing this first.
I'm sure you can. Maybe someone will come up and go, are you guys back together? And you go, no.
No.
In 2022, it got so big. The whole scandal, it grew and grew and grew and grew. It just became this thing that just like got so much bigger than us.
I don't know what I was doing in 2022. I reckon I must have been in the coma because I missed all of this.
And going completely dark was the only thing that I could think to do. And for the last 3 years, I've just hidden behind the scandal. Now I can't get out from behind it.
Yeah, because it's a big step to like sit down and do what we're doing and to talk about it.
Right. But even like going out in public with like my kids or just going out to dinner or something like that.
Yeah.
I feel like the only thing that people see is the scandal.
Yeah.
Are these people bigger in the US than they are here? I feel like they think they're like George Clooney or something. Am I just like really out the loop and these guys are like really big, like celebrity wise, that people are like, they can't even go out to dinner anymore, like she's saying? Like, is that a thing? I don't know if I'm just missing it.
I want to have regular friends and I don't want to like walk up to somebody that I want to be friends with at like preschool and have to start every conversation with like, my personal life is a dumpster fire, as I'm sure you know, but also, do you want to be friends with me? Like, I'm not gonna lie, I have some really authentic friendships that have started that way.
This is so weird. You don't need to come up to people and say, "Oh, by the way," I really don't understand this. I really don't. Like, we've all had those people. You're sitting on a bench, you're at a bar, you're having like a quiet pint to yourself, and then some person comes over and then they start being overly sharey, like, and you're just like, okay, this is a bit strange that you're telling me all this stuff. Do you know what I mean? Why is she going to playgroup and thinking that in order to make friends with the other mums and dads, she has to go in and divulge that she's had some fuck ups in her life? Everyone, if anything, hers are pretty mild, right? People have done way worse things, had way worse things happen to them. I don't know if that's like a bit of narcissism or something. Like, I don't know.
I remember I have met some people like made new friends or kind of introduced myself to strangers. It's like, oh, let's exchange Instagrams. I'm like, well,
Right?
here's mine, but couple of caveats. One, I have a lot more followers than you might expect. Two, all of this is pretty outdated. And three, don't Google me.
Don't Google me.
Don't Google me.
You
Just
probably don't want to
get
Google
to know
me.
me first.
Oh my goodness.
Oh my God. Why is he flexing on his fucking Instagram followers or social media followers, whatever the fuck he said? One, I've got a lot of followers. What? That's such a weird thing to say. No. And then don't Google me. I don't understand that. What's your Instagram? Oh, you got a lot of followers. Oh yeah, I used to post things. Oh, okay, cool. Like, it doesn't have to be a whole thing. I don't know I don't know what's happening in these people's psyches. Don't Google me. That's insane, man.
We are still friends. We have children together. We go on trips together.
Right.
Like, there's a spectrum of being together, not together.
Right.
Like, there's ways in which we're together, but it's like the way that everyone wants to know, like, are you guys still like an item?
This guy so wants her, but he would take her back in an instant, man. I reckon he's been sending her like drug texts and everything.
You guys still a couple? Like, no. We really haven't been at all this last 3 years.
No, we haven't.
Just because you go to a Taylor Swift concert together doesn't mean that you're,
Doesn't
that
mean
all
that
is
you're
forgiven and you're...
No, like, people ask me, like, do you forgive Ned for what he did? And I mean, the answer is no. Absolutely not.
Of course
How
not.
can you forgive somebody for lying to you, for
betraying your
for
trust,
cheating on you? No. Fuck no. Like,
and he just has to eat that. No. Fuck no. Oh, she hit him with the fuck no. Okay, now. So they obviously they got a couple of kids together. They're trying to stay together for the kids, Blink 182 style. I feel like this is a very I feel like Ned might be getting a bit confused by this situation. I'm catching a vibe that he would really like to get back together. And maybe she does too, but she just, fuck no, she cannot forgive this. And so it's difficult for her, like mentally, and trying to square this in her head. This is probably a confusing situation for both of them. But I think Ned still, look at the way he's looking at her. I think he obviously would go back in an instant. If he could like zap this away with a magic wand, he would. It must be really difficult for him to hear, especially that fuck no. Wowzers.
no. Fuck no. I don't even. It's. Sorry, I saw red for a minute. It's like, no, the answer is no. But also I feel like
she can't get off it. She's like, no, fuck no. I saw red for a second. Fucking hell. I feel like I'm watching something I really shouldn't be. This should be behind closed doors, maybe with a professionally trained relationship expert. I don't think this is for us. I like how he like triggered her like a red rag to a bull. She was just stuck there for a moment. She was about to swill in with that coffee.
the fact that I can be around you and still like have a good time and like enjoy spending time with you and enjoy spending time with my kids.
I thought she was going to say the fact that I can be around you and not throw up or start launching things at you.
I think that's a win.
Yeah. It's taken a lot of hard work to do that.
Yeah.
And it's kind of, as we've adjusted, we've recalibrated our relationship more towards a platonic friendship. And
you say platonic? It's
hard to hear you saying like, fuck no, I don't forgive you.
I could tell.
Of course I get it.
It was like taking a bullet.
As much progress as we've had, you're still very angry.
Yeah, of course I'm angry.
You'd never get over that anger, would you? You would never get over that betrayal. I wouldn't anyway. I don't know how people... people do get back together after affairs, but I wouldn't be able to do that. I think I would just hold too much resentment. I think I could try and forget about it as much as I could, but I think I would just remember and it would just set me back all the time. So I wouldn't be able to continue. I wouldn't be able to continue the relationship. And yeah, I would have the exact same resentment and anger she has. They definitely made the right decision by splitting up. I'm not sure how healthy this situation is, really. They've got kids, though, so it's kind of difficult, but there's something weird. It wouldn't surprise me if they've slept together in the time that they've been separated.
Like, yeah, of course I'm still angry. We lost a lot. There was a lot that happened 3 years ago. It was, I mean... I found out about your affair from...
Here we go. Now we're getting into the nitty gritty of it. Yes, please.
I found out about your affair from the fans.
Oh, yeah. I did see that he was... When I was reading one of these people articles while preparing for this video, because I didn't want to go in cold. I wanted to know who the fuck these people are. Yeah, he was like photographed in like a provocative, like suspicious looking situation. It's even worse finding out via, I guess, the internet.
Somebody sent me a picture and I couldn't. It was like my brain couldn't compute. And it's like for some reason I didn't see what was actually there in the picture. I thought it was your sister.
What? What was he doing with his sister? I haven't seen this picture, unfortunately. I didn't see the picture. But your heart would sink, wouldn't it? Your heart would sink.
And I remember sending it to you and being like, what's your sister doing in New York? It was, and I think back on that and I think like,
what a fucking idiot.
What was like, how did I not see what was going on? Like, what was so fucked up in my brain that I couldn't actually see what was happening in this picture?
That's kind of a good thing, though. The concept of him cheating was so alien. It didn't even register. She's like, oh, that must be a sister. That makes it even more sad. Jeez.
Like, the picture was right there in front of me. You know? Mm-hmm. And then the pieces just started falling and falling and falling. And like, and then more pictures started coming in and more pictures and more pictures and more pictures. And it is so wild how we live in this world where everything is so public.
If it was happening now, he could have blamed it on AI. She might have thought it was AI.
Like I couldn't trust anybody. I couldn't trust the public. I couldn't trust you. I couldn't trust my friends. I just stayed inside, like, because there were cameras everywhere. You know, it was like, oh, it was so unsafe.
It's like she's fucking Princess Diana dating Dodie Al-Fayed or something. She's describing it like that movie Gone Girl, where all of the media is just outside Ben Affleck's house. That's kind of the image she's painting in my head. I get how you would go like inside yourself, become a bit more insular in a situation like that. Just generally, not for cameras or anything like that. You would just probably just need some time to yourself to just work everything out and heal. Will begin to heal.
Oh, it was so unsafe. Everything was unsafe. Yeah, it took a long time to like get back to myself
You know what? You know what's making this even more awkward? The room noise. I don't know if you can hear it. There's this constant hum. Noises really irritate me. I get really irritated by the smallest thing when it comes to noise. I think I've got that misophonia thing where like little noises I just find really irritating and bothersome. Like if someone's just tapping or if someone's like, you know, like rubbing their skin or something like that, I'd just be like, that's all I can hear. So all I'm hearing throughout this is that room noise, and there's like a beep as well. I don't know what that is, but I feel like the room noise is actually making it more comedic with how awkward it is, because you can really hear those silences.
How did having it become such a public scandal kind of change everything for you?
Dude, his vocal fry is so heavy now. Much lower. I'm not even going to be able to hear what he's saying. Is his wife not going to call him out? Like, what's with your new bad boy voice? What's happening? Maybe he's trying to seduce her. Don't women like deeper voices? Look how uncomfortable she looks, man. I feel bad that he's put her in this position, and I kind of feel sad that she's accepted. Because she didn't need to do this.
How did having it become such a public scandal kind of
wake you up,
change everything for you? Did it make it worse? Did it make it easier? Did it just sort of make it surreal?
It was so many different things. And it was all tied in together, too. You know, I think that... And it all...
See what I mean about that room noise?
It's like the trauma of discovering that that like everything that you know isn't real. And then add to it this other part where you're sort of you're being watched by cameras, which isn't something that's like a part of our lives. Like, yes, we are somewhat public figures, but like we've never had cameras waiting outside of our house. Like that's not something that we're used to.
That's what, oh my God, did you hear that for a voice crack? What I meant to say was, yeah, she's getting at what I was saying. Yeah, like a minor celebrity, not like, maybe it did go a bit Gone Girl, or maybe there was just like two people. I don't know. It might just be exaggerating.
Like we're not like celebrities. That's not. That's not a part of our lives.
But I do think that like you were portraying yourself as such. Both of you at the beginning. No, is that just me?
And this was a period in our lives where we had like there was like a car following us, and
it really is like Princess Diana.
It was really.
You had a close call, lucky escape.
Because we. Had just, you know, found out that we were dealing with this, you know, with this cheating situation, with this betrayal.
It was the taste of betrayal, you fucking whore.
We decided to find a new couples therapist. So we were in the car together because we decided to drive together, and you decided you needed a snack, and so you had a Tupperware with you, and I had my jug of water, and we got in the car together because we were like, well, why don't we drive together? We're going to the same place. And so we get in the car and we were driving there, and so you're like eating your apple as you're driving.
That would piss me off, like I said, the misophonia. And someone fucking crunching on an apple. Someone who just cheated on me has the nerve to fucking chomp on an apple like a fucking donkey right next to me. That would, dude, that water all over him. These guys got a weird ass relationship, man. Weird ass relationship.
I turned to you and I was like, Ned, I think there's a car following us. Like, I'm pretty sure this car has followed us from our house. And then when we park outside of the couples therapist's office, and we see that this car has a camera, I was like, I think that person just took a picture of us. And
it was actually a Google van.
So we went inside and we talked about it a little bit, and then we had our therapy session, and then we came out, and then there were multiple people outside, and it was probably one of the strangest situations that I personally have ever been in. I did not know what to do with my face. And
I feel like that whenever someone puts a camera on me, I'm just like, how do I stand? I've forgotten how to stand. How do I smile? I don't even know. Should I smile? I don't know. It's like when I watch some of these videos back sometimes when I'm editing them, I'm like, what the fuck what am I doing with my face? Why do I do that? You know, it's like little idiosyncrasies that you do, how you speak and how you move, and just like, is that me? Is that me?
Like, why was I fucking weird?
My reaction when I don't know what to do with my face is I smile.
Yeah.
That is my go-to reaction when I don't know what to do with my face.
It's like
I just smile like an idiot.
It's like Gone Girl. Has anyone watched Gone Girl? It's like Gone Girl. I feel like I just brought that up so many times now. It's when Ben Affleck smiles when he takes that photo and then he's like, oh fuck, that looks really bad. Can I get the photo back? And she's like, no, what the? And then he looks even weirder.
Go ahead, please delete that picture.
What is wrong with you?
And
like leaving couples therapy.
We're leaving couples therapy, looking at each other like we don't have a care in the world. And it is because we are absolutely like, this is so bizarre. What is happening right now? This has never happened in our lives ever. We don't know what's going on. Like, let's just get to our car, and we're just like, just smile, like they're not gonna hurt us. Who are these people? Everything's fine.
I don't know why, but his nervous laugh, even though he was just kind of like acting like how he was at the time, then he keeps doing it, and there's something off. I got something off with him. Something off with it. I don't like it. Makes me feel uneasy. But I bet there were some couples who were in jeopardy at the time who watched this video. And they saw them leaving the couples therapy, smiles on their faces, like one session. They're like, fucking hell, Sandra, get the name and number of that therapist. We got to go see him. It's for the kids. We can save this.
That was the strangest situation. It was so bizarre.
I remember our neighbors during that time were doing some roof repair work. And so there was this a construction unmarked van. White van outside of our house. And it was parked there for like weeks. And we had it in our heads that it was a paparazzi van. And
it absolutely was not. But it was like the strangest thing I thought.
Just, for weeks, anytime you walk out the door being like, oh, there's a van.
Yeah.
This is what I'm saying. I feel like I say something and then they just prove me right later on. Like, it's all in their heads. They've got this inflated view of themselves. They know that there's construction going on next door and that there will be vans, for the workers and the materials and shit. And they're still like, oh my God, that's definitely for us. I'm starting to wonder how many people were outside his therapist. There's probably a couple of people on their phones. They're just like putting blankets on their head like they're Michael Jackson. Just like,
I can see how that caused you to really feel unsafe and mistrusting of the whole world.
Can you see that, can you?
Just want to acknowledge that and just note that it's like because of things I did that caused you to experience that.
I feel like he's giving those kind of toxic man, kind of fuck boy, read a feminist book. I acknowledge that, I did something painful and I need to grow from that. And I see that within myself. That doesn't dismiss what you did. You know what I mean? I don't feel that's a proper apology. I feel like that's a technique people are using these days to like be a dick and to somehow get around it. It's not a proper apology in my book.
What was that moment like when everything changed for you?
Awful, obviously. It was kind of surreal.
What a question.
I thought to myself, like, what would somebody who's been cheated on, like, what would somebody in a movie do?
Really?
I don't know. I wasn't thinking like of a specific movie or something like that. I was thinking like, what do people do in this situation? I wasn't thinking of I wasn't thinking for myself. I was thinking like what do I do next?
It's really striking how unrehearsed this is. He's really putting these quite horrible questions to her just completely cold. This might be one of the worst things ever put to film. I just feel, I feel incredible sadness for this situation. I feel like she's better than this. I wish that she didn't feel like she needed to do this.
So you were driving a rental, and I just naively looked over to you in the driver's seat, and I was like, why was Grace in New York? Like, I didn't realize Grace was in New York. Why was she, referring to that picture that I had sent to you? And you looked over at me with this look on your face, and it was like the veil just fell, like this, like I knew in my brain that something was going on, but I just sort of refused to believe it. And then when I saw that, like, just wildly guilty look on your face, like you wanted to tell me something, and I didn't even let you say anything. I was like, turn this car around. You don't remember that?
No, I don't remember it happening like that. But
how does he remember it happening? Is she maybe portraying something like a stronger image of herself? He's like, no, I don't actually remember that. I can't believe that was the initial confrontation, just in the car. Like, she had the photo, she waited till then, and it wasn't until he gave like a guilty look where she was like, oh fuck, it's all falling into place now. Like, your world just comes crashing down. If I was him, I don't know if he's going to go into, actually, no, you didn't do that. Like, if she's trying to portray a stronger image of herself and he's going to like take that away from her, that feels like particularly douchey. And this scenario, this thing is somehow got her to agree to.
You don't remember that?
No, I don't remember it happening like that, but it doesn't matter.
How do you remember it happening?
Yeah, tell us. I need to know.
Oh, I mean, you asked me a couple of different follow-up questions as I just sort of answered them.
What were they?
And then,
let's hear them.
Once I answered it in such a way that you knew exactly who it was and what had happened, then you were like, take me back to the airport.
Yeah.
That part was very cinematic, if you were trying to be like in a movie.
Turn this fucking car around.
This conversation is so weird. This is so weird. Also, I want to know what those questions are, but this is weird. This whole thing is bizarre.
There was a lot of sort of delusions and rationalizations that you, as the person doing that, sort of are telling yourself as to why it's not so bad, or why it's going to be okay, or why actually this talked about it in this way. And then it's like, I remember that moment, it all just kind of like fell down, where I totally could see how devastated and just completely traumatized you were. And then it was just like, oh, everything changed for me as well. I'm like, oh no, this is like, I've been...
I feel like the vocal fry has gone fucking off the charts. It's like he's speaking just in like pops.
Like, oh, everything changed for me as well. I'm like, oh no, this is like, I've been hurting this person that I love this whole time.
It's like I can hear in each individual vibration of the words, the noise, the voice that's coming out. It's like I can hear it at its core. It's like broken apart, components.
You didn't. realize until then.
Well, but then there's other things you tell yourself to kind of sort of compartmentalize, or I guess.
It took you until then to realize. I think he thought he was doing pretty well with that as well. I don't think he expected that. Because I don't think he's a good person. Look how disappointed she is. I think he thought he had something there, but just made it 10 times worse. 10 times worse.
Interesting.
It's sort of a, it's like a addictive cycle, kind of feeling really guilty and ashamed, and then telling yourself the ways in which it's, kind of just lying to yourself.
Is he trying to get sympathy? Is that what he's trying to do right here? Is he trying to get sympathy from me? Because he ain't fucking getting it. That's what he feels like. It feels like he's making it about himself. She's just like a fucking prop to reinvent and like recover his image. That's what it feels like. Feels very like woe is me. Great band, by the way. I don't know if she's gonna like realize that she's just like some pawn in his like media rehabilitation attempt. I don't know if she's gonna figure that out during this, but he's basically just monetizing this whole catastrophe. Oh, sorry, I'm getting a numb leg. I'm gonna have to move my leg. Oh, sorry.
And I did want to tell you.
I do beg your pardon.
There was probably a small part of me that was sort of relieved to not be keeping a secret, I guess. Is that hard for you to hear?
No, that part's not hard for me to hear. I've done a lot. I've spoken a lot with other betrayed partners over the last 3 years.
I've spoken a lot with other betrayed partners. Wowzers.
And it's...
that got him right through the heart.
It's something that I've heard a lot. This idea of there's this sense of relief when the partner who's doing the betraying is able to finally tell the betrayed partner that about all the things that they have been doing, and kind of put their shame onto the other partner.
Put their shame onto the other partner. Wow. Wow. It must take a lot of energy. I don't know what it's like to cheat on someone, and like, how do you do that in 2025 though? Like back in the 90s, the 80s, it must have been so easy. You could like have different girlfriends in fucking different towns, probably just a few streets over, maybe. You know what I mean? But in the time of social media, like everyone's so much closer now. You can just track things down so quickly. Everything's like digitized. You can look at statements. You can like see where the money's going, see where people are. Maps. You can track like phone. Like it's I don't know how people get away with cheating in 20. Like some people must be doing it. I don't know how they have the. I just don't. I just wouldn't have the energy, just mentally. It's not something I would be able to do anyway. Like I'd feel like I'd feel too horrible. I wouldn't be able to like live for myself, and that would just eat away at me. But just thinking about like the logistics of it as well, just sound tiring to me. Not for me.
When you told me, suddenly then I had to take all of that guilt and shame of your affair, and it was so much to carry, so much.
She is completely bearing her soul, man, and I feel like he just comes across as a bit of a robot. I feel like he's just sitting there being like, yes, this is great content. This is, keep going. This is cool. This is really going to bring in the views. And here I am.
This was something that you had done.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like I had no part in this. This was not like, you could even say that you had done this to me, you know? Like I was the victim of this situation. And yet when you told me, I had to like accept your guilt and your shame. When men have affairs, women are often looked at as like, well, what did you do wrong? And it is so hard to get out from under that.
Yeah, I do think there's a lot of truth in that. But I don't know if that's just on women. I would say that I would say anyone who's been cheated on in a relationship before, you kind of go, well, what did I do? You know, you kind of think, was I not there enough? Was I not? I don't know. Could I have been better? It like fucks you up psychologically, man. More than just like the physical act of, you know, being betrayed. You start to like question yourself. I can see what you're saying. I don't think it's just bound to one gender though. I'd say men. Maybe she thinks that, you know, men get more of a pat on the back for it, but I don't know. I think it's more of like an equal opportunities thing.
Were you not a good enough wife? Were you not
having sex enough?
Did you not make him happy enough? You know? And there's so much shame there.
You shouldn't be feeling the shame. You shouldn't be. It's all him, man. It's all him. And he's putting that out there for all of us. I mean, this video hasn't been well received, I don't think. I'll have to have a look at the comments in a minute. Actually, let's have a look at the comments now. So it's got 7,000 likes, 110,000 dislikes. It's a pretty bad ratio. The mental relief I feel that she hasn't stayed with him is enormous. Him calling it a scandal and her calling it your affair is all we needed to know. Used his wife to build his brand, cheated on her, now is using her ex-wife to save his brand. We've had enough of yours. Exactly. That's exactly what I was saying. He's basically using her to rehabilitate himself. It's so transparent. I can't believe he's really interviewing her about him traumatizing her. Do you forgive him for cheating on you? No. Fuck no. Give that a like. The way I'm never clicking on this channel again. It's sad that society, bro, you're the one that put her in that spot. Exactly, man. It's taking no accountability. Like you're the one who cheated. You're the guy who fucked this up. And now you want sympathy. I don't know what kind of personality, like what kind of person does this, you know? It feels like he's not only cheated on her, but he's like, it's almost like he's twisting the knife with this. And she's like a willing participant. It's like kicking a puppy or something. Ugh. So this video has not gone down well. I'm only like halfway through, and it's an absolute fucking car crash. It's been up for 7 days. I'm a bit late. Been up for 7 days. Almost 1 million views. He ain't taking this down, but he's making the money. This is the content. He's making money off this fucking... off this anguish. I don't think he's viewing this the same way as everyone else is, where we're just like, bro, this is really bad. Maybe he's just seeing the numbers and thinking, fucking banger of a video, you know? I thought you would leave him.
I mean, did it ever occur to you that like, not only did you having an affair just it shattered our marriage, but it also, like, all of that guilt and shame, you like hoisted that on me. Like you gave that to me.
I don't think he's considered this one iota. Like, it's all about him. Look at him. When she first asked the question, he was just like, he almost started fucking malfunctioning. There's nothing there. He hasn't even considered this a single moment. You can tell that she just wants that as well. She's almost like leading him to it. He's not giving it authentically. She's basically like leading him to it and being like, do you feel bad about that? Do you see what you did? You see how you did this, this, and this, and how it made me feel this, this, and this? And he's kind of like going, like a robot, just like, I don't know, I wasn't programmed for this. I don't know what the response is. Do you know what I mean? It feels really sad that she's just having to like lead him to it, and he's still like, there's still nothing there.
Like, you gave that to me. And now I have to carry that around for the rest of my life.
I don't think it's fair that as a society you're put in that position. It's certainly not true.
You put her in the position!
And no, it's not something that I imagined as I was doing that. I think none of it was. If you really like let it sink in just how much you're hurting your partner and how devastating it is, like, how could you do that?
This guy is insufferable, man. This guy is insufferable. Oh my God. What did you put up with, lady? You've had a lucky escape. You've had a lucky escape. You need to run, because I feel like there's something in her that really wants to reconcile this. You run. Run.
I don't know. I thought we had this love that like transcended. I don't know.
And it was all fake. It wasn't real. That's the horrible thing in it. To just like feel like you were living a lie, and it's just kind of like wasted time. You weren't having like a shared experience. That's what makes it hard. You saw it as something different to what they did.
But it was a fantasy. It
wasn't real.
You know, I trusted you so completely. We grew up together. We got married when we were like in our early 20s.
Yeah.
We were babies. We had nothing. And we moved out to LA with just our car full of stuff. I'm like tearing up just thinking about it. We were just kids.
Then they got to LA. He got his thousands of followers, became, king shit. And then there was no stopping him. It's like Chris Pratt and Anna Faris. Some people just can't handle the fame. These hoes ain't loyal.
It really was a fantasy. And I just think, how could you do that to me? Like, who are you?
To his face on his podcast on the premiere episode.
I'm so sorry.
Like, we had so much. There was so much.
It's giving me like Mark Zuckerberg energy. Do you know what I mean? Like, just super robotic. I feel like he's like wearing a skin suit, is pretending to have emotions. I like how she's really getting into it now. She's getting comfortable. She's letting him have it at both barrels.
I don't know why I'm crying.
I think it's like the loss of that dream that we both had. It felt like that in that time period for me too.
Yeah, but you weren't the person she thought you were. She was in love with a completely different person. I don't know what. I don't know how she fell in love with this guy, because he is a cyborg. He reminds me as well, his voice sounds like Gabe from The Office. I can't stop seeing Gabe when he speaks. Not only his voice, but like the way he formulates his sentences.
No.
What happened?
He made one of those noises again then.
Well,
was he not expecting to get grilled like this? He's like, this wasn't in the script. This guy, I'm on my second. I need another Dr. Pepper for this.
Well, the dream started to break apart for me, and then rather than being able to talk about it or to confront those feelings, I wanted to. I guess I was too afraid to say how I was actually feeling, and
so you just went and banged someone else. I don't think that's the solution, Ned. I feel like you could make a compilation of all the involuntary noises that he's making.
It seemed, I don't know.
That noise.
I chose to deal with it and deal with like feelings that I was experiencing in a way that was really self-destructive and hurtful to you. It was about me and choices that I made and just actions that I took that I'll always regret. I'll always regret how much pain I caused you.
I thought he was going to go and like start making excuses for himself then.
I'm deeply, deeply sorry. And I'll spend my whole rest of my life trying to make amends to you and to, you know, show up differently, to lead a life of integrity and to be a father that our children can learn from.
This is so strange that we're witnessing this, man. I feel like this is something that we're not supposed to see. I feel like this video needs to be studied. I feel like he is going to be a broken man when she remarries or, you know, she meets someone else. I don't think he's going to take it very well at all. You can tell that there's a lot of love between them both, but there's just no progressing after what he did, you know? I feel like a proper voyeur, like watching this conversation with all of the, you know, all of the awkward silences, and I can almost hear like the cogs turning, you know, as he kind of figures out what to say and, you know, what to respond and, you know, what's the right thing to say. I definitely feel like, I don't know, well, he knows he's got cameras on him, right? He's doing this for his podcast. He knows that he needs to come across well. This is meant to be his opportunity to kind of reform how he looks, how he's viewed. So he's definitely putting his best foot forward. So you just don't really know how much of this to trust. I mean, I'm not trusting any of it, to be honest with you, but it's crazy that they've invited us in. We just get to see it in all its glory.
Because you did nothing to deserve this, and I completely, suddenly, violently shattered our marriage, our relationship.
You threw it all away.
Yeah, it was all my fault. It was all choices that I made.
So where do we go from here?
I think she's happy that he's taking some accountability. I she trusts him a lot more than I do. I feel like he's reveling in his own like sadness a little bit. Like, sorry, bro, it's your fault, you know. You can be sad, obviously, mate. You fucked up. I don't know. Feels performative. Sadly.
What was the thing that kind of started changing things for you?
Maybe just time. Time and, I don't know, courage. You know, I mentioned making those authentic relationships, like finding those real friends.
Oh.
He was like, hang on, was there another man on the scene? He looked really worried for a second then. Check out his face.
I mentioned making those authentic relationships, like finding those real friends.
Oh.
The relief. You look at his eyes like darted, and then it was like, oh, friends. Okay.
And I mentioned making those authentic relationships.
Look, he's like, what? What authentic relationships?
Like finding those real friends.
Oh.
And they're like,
Woo!
I don't care that your life is messy. I really like you for who you are. I see your joy. I like every part of you.
Moral of the story, time heals all wounds. Nothing's as bad as it seems in the moment. That's what I've learned, no matter how dark it feels. That's what I've always tried to cling on to, because I've suffered with depression and anxiety and stuff in the past. I've opted for some pretty permanent solutions to not permanent problems. Do you know what I mean? Things always get better. It's always darkest for the dawn, Things do get better, and it doesn't feel like they will at the time. It can feel so dark and so heavy, but times change. Things improve slowly, maybe, but things always get better. Things will get better from how low you feel at that moment in time. It can only get better.
When did things start to feel a little more safe for you?
I think as I just got more comfortable talking to people about what happened, and they just seemed to not care.
Yeah.
It just wasn't a big deal.
It is kind of funny. It's like the whole, internet and people making TikToks seem to care so much. And then you meet anyone in real life and it's like everyone has some way to relate to some sort of a cheating story.
Just like all the parents at Wes's school, or, they're like, either they don't know or they don't give a flying fuck.
Exactly. This is what I was saying in the beginning when she was talking about meeting friends at school. I feel like I don't know what these people need to touch grass. The world does not revolve around you. People have their own shit going on. I don't care that your husband cheated on you with some producer. They don't care. That's not, you don't even need to explain that. Why is my chair turning? She was saying the complete opposite of this in the beginning.
They're like, yeah, who cares? They're like, it's one of many scandals. Also, it was 3 years ago. Like, get over yourself.
I was about to say, get over yourself. Exactly. You're thinking of this way more than anyone else. They were drawn to each other for a reason, right? There's definitely something in their personalities where, not for me.
Not for me.
Like that's kind of how I feel. They're like, they're sort of like,
right, because when you're in that school
cares?
environment, there's a bunch of different types of families and parents, and some people are together, some people aren't, and I'm sure every marriage or relationship has a story as to how it breaks down.
It just gives you so much perspective.
Yeah.
It gives you so much perspective to just be in a group of people where nobody cares.
Yeah.
What is wrong with you people? There is something wrong with you people. I'm telling you. I feel like they've both got internet brain rot. They both need to go outside and touch some fucking grass. They seem like they'd be really fucking irritating to know. But I don't give a shit, mate. I got my own problem. I got bills and shit.
We got bills and shit.
I thought he was just going to annoy me, but she's annoying me a bit now as well. But I guess that's why they're attracted to each other, like I said. I still find it strange that he's brought her on here just to absolve himself and reform his persona and all that kind of shit. Monetize the heartache. He's just basically using her to get his career back on track, claw back his celebrity lifestyle, get back in the limelight. Ugh.
And also, we've moved on.
Right.
He has not moved on. I love looking at his little the little micro like emotions, like a little just the way he moves and the way his eyes are. He clearly is not over her. He's never getting over her. And whenever she talks about potentially moving on, you can see it fucking kills him.
I can go on dates and not have people be whispering about me.
He's going to be hiding in a bush watching you.
I just imagine a world where I can just be myself and not have this thing following me around. Where maybe we are at a restaurant with our kids and I don't have to feel shame because I'm like, you know, having fun.
Right.
You know, where people are like, oh my God, are they back together?
Right.
Just because I'm like having a joyful time with my kids and my ex-husband, you know, like, is that a crime?
Yeah.
To feel joy?
Again, she's doing it again. She's doing it again. They're both doing it again. No one cares. What are you on about? You've just said, like, in some ways, I feel like she's getting there, and then she's just not. I don't know. I feel like there's something broken. Something is not quite right. They've got this ego between them. Do you know what I mean? Like, lots of families are separated and go for dinner. Lots of families make it work somehow, and they have their own partners. They get remarried. My fiance, for one, she's got step parents. Everyone's happy. They come together at holidays. You know, like they're all friends. Like it all works. The vibes are off, man, with these people. I really thought it was just going to be him, and I was just going to be saying, you know, run for the hills kind of thing. But I don't know. I feel she's a little bit off as well. I know she's the victim in this situation, but I honestly, something just feels very iffy to me.
Like,
can I live?
You know,
let them.
Let
them. Yeah, I mean, we're going to Greece together next week.
Right.
It's like, life is weird sometimes.
Like, yes, like we travel together.
Yeah, we've like redefined our relationship, not as partners, romantic partners.
Yeah.
Those sort of like, you know, family or platonic partners and pals, if you want to say pals. I feel the same way that
he's definitely going to try it on when they go to Greece. 100%. 100%. I would put money on it. I feel like they're making it a thing. They're like they're like, oh, respect our privacy. Oh, can't we just be normal? Can't we just have a relationship? Can't we just be friends? You make like nobody cares. Like you said before, nobody cares.
Nobody cares, Sean.
You're making it a thing. You're deciding to make this stupid fucking podcast, and then you're going, oh, why is everyone looking at us? Why is everyone? You're participating in it. You're propelling it. You know. I don't know if they're getting off on it as well. I don't know if both of them actually kind of like it. Like subconsciously, I don't know. It's a weird one though. I keep saying that it's just weird. This is just weird.
Somebody that's your friend, or like another couple that you're friends with, just will say like, you know, hey, like it was shitty what you did, and also everyone goes through hard times, and you move forward the best you can. However you want to live your life as your family moving forward, that's like your business.
Right.
You're just describing being an adult, bro. That's it.
Yeah.
I feel like they both think they've like invented something. Like people do this all the time. You're not special. Even though you want to be, you're not. They're irritating me now, can you tell?
What I did to you is one of the most devastating things I think that a person can experience. I understand why, broadly speaking, these like scandals are such, you know, ignition points.
It's making it sound like a set of IKEA instructions or something, you know? That doesn't sound like a normal human thing to say. That sounds like I don't know. There's such like a lack of emotion in that sentence. Also, I'm surprised he's bringing it back to here. I thought we were, moving on. But it just makes it sound really clinical. What? Like, he's just brought it back. Maybe he's just thinking to himself, oh, God, I've got that bit about the ignition points. That really good bit that I wrote. And I have to get that bit in. Bit about scandal, not your affair, Oh, it just sounds, really clinical, really sanitizing language.
I have some days when I hate your guts. And, and there are other days when I enjoy your company more than not. And that's okay. Yeah. It can be both.
It can be both.
Yeah, please let it be both. Please just take me back. Like I said, this doesn't seem healthy to me. What is happening here? There's obviously a vibe between them, and maybe they'll try to give it a go again. I don't think it'll work because of all of this baggage. I don't think it can work. But it seems like there's something there. Like I say, it wouldn't surprise me if something happened when they went to Greece. It just seems like he does want to get back together. I think he's just going to be stuck on her. I don't know. I feel like they need a proper breakaway. Maybe when one of them gets in a relationship, that'll be it, That'll be the thing that cements it. I mean, you can see it written all over his face. He obviously still loves her, and he doesn't want to let her go, and you can see that she is reluctant to let him go as well, but she knows she has to. There's a tension, isn't there? There's a tension here. It's almost like they need to bang it out or something, and then figure it out. I'm intrigued to know what happened after this podcast, after they wrapped. What, did they go out for a drink? Did he send her a text afterwards?
Our kids are awesome.
Yeah, they are.
And I mean, they're worth every cent we've spent on therapy.
Therapy for the kids or therapy for you guys? I was going to say those kids probably need a bit of therapy with you guys as parents. I'm wondering what qualities are being instilled in them.
That's a big reason why we're working so hard to
gulp.
I don't even know if I would call it rebuilding. I think we're building something new.
Yeah, for sure. I think you have to view it like that. The past is no longer.
No, burn that shit to the ground. I'm kidding.
My wife.
It was that Borat joke.
Burn that shit to the ground. I'm kidding.
My wife.
What was that about? That's weird. I guess it's like a little in joke or something they have, but I don't know, drop in Borat jokes in this kind of scenario seems strange. This is all very strange.
It's very strange living and having a marriage while also having that be so public facing. Did you ever feel that there was these layers of the public facing you versus the real you?
You're making it public facing, man. You keep moaning about it, but you're the one. You're leaning in. You want this. You love the public facingness of it all.
Person with nuance on the internet. There's always sort of a performance layer.
So
you all right? What are you growling at? Who are you gonna stop really if someone came in? Who are you gonna protect me? You are not gonna protect me. Your butt kind of looks like a ball bag. Just saying. Can you see that? Can I close the door now? Look up here. You smell like talcum powder. What about if we put this on me? Would that be better?
What are you going to do now that you're back on the internet?
It's a great question. I've always been drawn to things that make people curious and finding ways of connecting people with their interests. And so I came up with I see myself more as a host and more as just a vehicle for other people's stories.
Oh, how selfless of you. How selfless. I'm not buying it. Not buying it.
because of what I've gone through and my past, like connect with people and empathize with people. What?
Yeah, I don't know. I'm just, you think you're interesting enough?
No, I don't.
Hello, yes, police? Yeah, I'd like to report a murder.
You think other people?
I think other people would be interesting. And then that's regardless of whether I think I'm interested. I don't want to talk about my...
Fucking shots fired. Oh my God. That was a proper little jab, wasn't it? Fucking hell.
It's not a good idea for my mental health at least, but I think also in general, to sort of make your whole life your brand.
But I feel that is how he thinks. I feel like I'm not buying any of this, man. I feel like he has got just like internet brain, you know? Something that's just not gelling with me.
Make stuff that helps people learn things. Make stuff that helps people like empathize with others. The idea behind the podcast is to tell stories of other people's challenging times and how they overcame them.
Also, I don't think he's very empathetic. I don't think he's very likable, very affable. There's just something very robotic and rehearsed about how he speaks. Like, he's not very charming. He doesn't feel authentic. So if that's what he's aiming for, I don't know, it's swing and a miss for me, man.
Have you hit your rock bottom? Or do you think?
I hope so, yeah. My rock bottom was you like sent me a text that night that was like, I don't think we can get past this. And it's just sort of like my whole world crashed. I was like, oh, right.
Oi, stop playing yourself. Can you stop licking your giblets on my lap, please? Thank you. You're putting me off.
And it's just sort of like my whole world crashed. I was like, oh, right. It's what I did wasn't like in our boundaries or in any sort of...
What else were you expecting, though? What else would you expect? I'd been waiting for that text. Do you know what I mean? I think this speaks to the kind of individual he is.
Like what I did was unforgivable, and there's no hope. And I don't think I slept that night. I remember writing you a long letter, and it was ironic. That weekend I was at a wedding, and they like played our wedding song as their dance.
Oh, of course they did. Of course they did.
And it was like black tie. Everyone's very fancy.
They probably didn't even go to a wedding.
I was just like stepping away to cry every 20 minutes.
This feels really manipulative. Do you know what I mean? I always feel like he's developed this podcast just to like get back together with her or something. And I feel like she's like lapping it up. Look at her face. This guy is a robot, bro.
Are there any last minute questions we need to address before?
Are we dating other people?
I mean,
this is the
I'm open to dating other people. I mean, yes, we are dating other people. Yeah.
Have you slept with other people yet? I wanted to see his face during her answer then, because it almost looks like he almost like flinches when she signals about moving on. So I would have liked to have seen his face, but maybe there's a reason we didn't see his face, you know?
Do you think you're going to be like a public, do you want to continue being an influencer?
Probably not. For a couple of reasons. The first reason is that I really enjoy just making stuff. Just making stuff in my studio by myself. I know that sounds so silly, you know, but I love just going into my pottery studio and just sitting at my wheel and getting so dirty and not filming it.
That's how like online brained she is, or they are. She's like, I know this sounds silly, you know, I'm not recording it. That just sounds normal. That's normal, right? But I mean, I'm sure his brain can't compute it either. It's like, oh my God, how are you not using this for content? does not compute.
Me, I also like love creating, and instead of making pottery, I like making media. So
You like creating messes in relationships. That's what you like creating.
what do you want from me going forward?
Just be authentic.
Oh, we can't do that.
Just be authentic with your audience. You know?
Fucked it.
Thank you again to Ariel. Thank you for your honesty, your vulnerability, your directness. This truly meant a lot to me, and thank you for watching.
Wowzers. That was a fucking car crash. I can't believe I watched all of that. I don't think I needed to watch all of that. I think I had a good grasp of what it was about pretty early on. Yeah, I feel like I need a cigarette after that. Jesus. I knew it was going to be uncomfortable. I knew it was going to be a bit cringe. I thought it was going to be more cringe. It was more sad more than anything. It felt like I was watching something that I shouldn't have been watching. Like, that should have been a private therapy session behind closed doors, you know? I don't know why that was used. I think they're very like content brained, especially him. And it was like, oh, this would be a great way to launch my new podcast. It just makes me feel a bit icky, to be honest. Yeah, I won't be watching any more of this. It's going to be interesting to see if it goes anywhere. What happens with their relationship as well. I think he's going to lose his mind when she gets into a serious relationship or gets remarried or something, because I think he's still 100% into her. Yeah, this was really toxic, unhealthy, very sad, very self-indulgent, very inauthentic, I would say. Didn't pass the vibe check. Didn't pass it at all. Anyway, if you enjoyed this, like the video, give me some recommendations. Subscribe if you fancy it. We'll say goodbye. Do you want to say goodbye? You having a little snooze? Do you want to say goodbye to people? Say bye. 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 Like and subscribe. That was him saying, like and subscribe. Like and subscribe. All right, see you later, guys. Take it easy. Look after yourselves and each other. Oh.